Hello everyone, welcome to Quantum MMA. I was down with flu for some time. I thought I'll share my predictions for the UFC 312 card. I'll share the predictions for the main card, whereas I'll add a couple of more fights here and there. But for the overall card, I'll share it in the post. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Let's start with the first matchup, which is it's Quillan Salkilld versus Anshul Jubli. I can't pick against Anshul Jubli. He's Indian, I'm Indian, so it's just how this how this works. So I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. Though Quillan can actually win because he's got the home advantage and everything, but still I feel like Anshul Jubli he's a really good fighter. He's got good wrestling. He's got a good striking as well. He lost in the last match mainly because of the fact his opponent missed weight and he got caught mid. Otherwise, I'm telling you, Anshul would have beaten him. I'm pretty sure he would have beaten him just due to the weight cut issues, like the other guy missing weight. I think that is the only thing. But Anshul was man enough, to go and fight against Quillan. Against the previous guy. But I think this time he is more prepared, he is more hungry. I think he is trained hard as well. I have no clue. India is a big state. He's from the other part, but still he's Indian. I can't go against him. That's why I'm even talking about him, even though he's in the early preliminary card. So I'm going to add one thing, which is Anshul Jubli is going to win this matchup via decision. I think he's going to be very picky and choosy with his shots. I think his angles and his striking and everything is what's going to make this matchup interesting. So I'm going with Anshul Jubli via decision. That's pretty much it. Let's go Anshul. Let's go. Now let's move on to the next matchup, which is, I think this one is a sleeper matchup. I know it's going to be a bit of a boring match, but still, I think it's going to be an interesting one, which is Aleksandre Topuria versus Colby Thicknesse, by the way. Mate, first of all, I'm seeing everybody saying Aleksandre Topuria is the better brother, this, that, everything. Guy gasses out easily, he wrestles a lot, he's got good boxing and everything. I get it, but the only thing that supports or favors Aleksandre Topuria in this one is it's a short notice matchup for Colby. If not, I think Aleksandre would have lost this one, is what I personally feel, because look at Aleksandre's history. He is a good Greco-Roman wrestler, nobody is denying it. He trains with Topuria and everything. He's got 5 matchups and 1 loss, and against all the matchups that he won, all of them were cans, by the way. They were cans, and the one guy that he lost against was Ivanov, if I'm not wrong, who's another Spanish guy. And he completely gassed out. He's good, as in Aleksandre Topuria is good, but in the first round he's really good. Second and third round he tends to gas out a little bit, and that's pretty much it. Whereas on the other hand, Colby is a gingerbread guy. Just stating, I had a girlfriend at one point who was gingerbread, so it didn't work. Things didn't work out, but still, come on, truth is truth. Let's call the truth how it is. Colby Thicknesse, he had an amazing, amateur record. He's a champion as well, in the Australian, the regional side. And more than that, the other amazing fact about Colby is he is also a wrestler. He's bigger than him, and he's an undefeated fighter, a guy who's coming in there to put everything on 6 weeks. And I think this is going to be a really good matchup with both Ilya Topuria and Aleksandr Volkanovski in their respective corners of these fighters as well. Mate, I really feel Colby could win this. I'm just stating the obvious. I'm just stating, mate. Colby has had more matchups, 7 matchups officially, professionally he's had. Apart from that, amateur-wise also, he's had quite a lot of matchups. And ever since he was 10 years old, he has been hanging out in Volk's gym. More than that, the one thing that I see in Colby's game plan, which is well and good, is his angles. I think in with a couple of leg kicks, angles would sort of change the whole narrative. One thing about Volk's team is they are really good with angles, mate. Imagine the angles, and if he tries to sort of go and take down. He's also a wrestling heavy fighter, and so is Topuria. I think I don't know if Topuria doesn't finish him in the first round. I think there is a higher possibility we could see like Colby edging out a decision probably in the second and the third round. I think he would edge out. Plus, Colby's got the home advantage as well. Match is it's happening in Australia, and yeah, Aleksandre Topuria is a small guy, 5'7". I don't think so. He's a 135er. I've seen all the 6 matches of Aleksandre Topuria, like as in all the highlights and other things. I don't think so. Like Aleksandre Topuria is like 135 pounds. I think his brother is there. That's why he doesn't want to go to 145. He's a short, stocky guy, like with good, decent KO power. But he fought against cans, mate. He fought against tomato cans. Colby also fought against cans, but better cans. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to say. And he's got a better experience than Topuria. But all in all, I have to pick a winner over here. I've been talking about both of them. Who do I think is going to win this matchup? I know. Logically, if I were to put this into words, Topuria is more prepared. Topuria is going to KO him in the first round. Everything is there. But I can see Colby edging out a decision. I think he could edge out a decision over here. I think probably in the first round. Colby's got a good chin. I'm telling you, it's not been tested. And the thing is, Colby's got some really good cardio, by the way. Like really good cardio. And I think he could probably make the first round a bit much more like a clinch work based matchup. And eventually, I think in the second and the third round, he could edge out a decision. And if there is one thing that Islam Makhachev said, which is like the time zone in Australia, it's like very quirky and it's very weird as well. So as a result, I'm going to go with Colby. I think I'm going to go with Colby via decision. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to the main card star opener, which is Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. Wait, I know for a fact everybody wants Jake Matthews to win. This is like, I get it. He's a good, decent fighter from Australia, fighting out of Australia. But I think Francisco is a much better one. I think he's going to finish him. I think Francisco is going to KO Jake Matthews in the second round. That's my official prediction. And I'm not going to go down into the details and the depth of this because it's a shitty card, mate. Apart from the main event and some few fights here and there, I think it's a shitty card. I think, like Francisco Prado is going to sort of KO Jake Matthews. I think Jake Matthews is a bit chinny. There is a very good possibility he's going to get chinned in this matchup. And I think probably in the first round, I think he's going to get stunned quite a lot. And second round, I think he's going to give up on himself. And Francisco is going to sort of push and finish him in the second round. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than Rodolfo Bellato versus Jimmy Crute. I have no clue how Jimmy Crute got this guy. I know Jimmy Crute is shit and everything, but still, it's just the thing. It's a matchup made so that Jimmy Crute could win. I've been seeing recently like Jimmy Crute has been, improving a lot on his ground game, which is non-existent, but still he's been trying to get the better of the ground game. That's all I'm going to say. And I think though Rodolfo is good on the ground, but I personally feel, Jimmy Crute with the time difference and everything, I think he is going to edge out a submission in the second round. I think Jimmy Crute is going to go for a submission in the second round. That's my official prediction. I think this is a matchup made up so that just Jimmy Crute could win in Australia. That's pretty much it. Yeah, let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than Tallison Teixeira versus Justin Tafa. Come on, mate. This is a no-brainer. Anybody with an ounce of brain would actually go with Justin Tafa. I get it. Like Tallison is good. Like he's got a couple of things which he can do it here and there. But I still feel like I think Justin Tafa has got the the oceanic people's genes where the bone density is very hard, if you guys know what I mean. And this one is actually prepared, unlike the previous matchup. This one is actually prepared. I think Justin Tafa is going to finish him in the first round. This is a no-brainer. I think they just made this matchup so that another Australian fighter could win, which is Justin Tafa. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Justin Tafa with a first round KO. I think his brother Junior Tafa also like is going to be in the corner. But all in all, yeah, that's pretty much it. Justin Tafa by first round KO. So yeah, let's move on to the co-main event of the evening, which is Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Mate, I know people are talking about like one fighting once in a year, whining about John Jones and stuff, but you guys should really see how rarely Zhang Weili fights, and he fights every year at least once, I reckon. That's pretty much it. But to be really honest, I think even in the Carla Esparza matchup, one thing we were able to see is she doesn't do well against wrestlers, and see, for a women's matchup, I'm explaining, which means like you guys should actually understand how much research I must have done for this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think so. Like Zhang Weili really does well with against wrestlers, and especially if they are her size, I think it sort of goes in its own way. That's all I'm going to say. But Tatiana Suarez is a bit taller than her. She's got a better reach, and she's a much more consistent chain wrestling is the form that can break her. I think. In the first round, even though Zhang Weili might try to overpower her, I think she might gas out. In the second and the third round is where I think Tatiana Suarez is going to capitalize on by consistently chain wrestling. And only thing I'm worried about for Tatiana is the time difference, mate. Like genuinely, I'm saying the time difference is very weird, and it feels like shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially like she being American and everything. Yeah, but all in all, I still am going to go with Tatiana Suarez. I think Tatiana is going to win this matchup by a third round submission. That's pretty much it. I think it's time for Zhang Weili to lose. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Plus Tatiana is undefeated as well, so UFC is going to grant her this one. I can see it visibly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the main event of the night, which is none other than Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. Last time it was Canada, this time it's Australia. Next, I don't know where it is going to be. But I think Dricus du Plessis is going to finish him again in the fourth round, like how he finished Israel Adesanya. Because one thing I saw last time, since their first matchup, Strickland fought against Paulo Costa. Same style, same everything. There was nothing new about it. He was just marching forward and he's doing all the things that he could. And it went on like a 5-round decision. And whereas Dricus du Plessis against Israel Adesanya, regardless of what people say, Israel Adesanya came in there sort of with good preparation, and he just beat him up, mate. He beat him up like he owed money, like as in Israel Adesanya owed him money. And Dricus du Plessis got the most weirdest style, which is like, don't beat me. He fights like a brother, young brother in the family, if it is there, like you guys must know, which is like no, don't beat me. I'll complain it to the parents. Then after that, okay, I won't beat you. Like once the big brother sort of drops the hands, he's like, yeah, I lied, and he just goes and beats him up. I think that's Dricus du Plessis style, to be really honest. He's a very funky fighter. He makes everyone fight his style of fight. I think Dricus du Plessis should win this one. I know Strickland has been training with Alex Pereira, Chama, and everything is there and stuff. But what do I see is going to happen is, I think in the first round, Strickland is going to sort of focus more on the striking. One thing people have no idea, no clue is like Strickland is actually a sneaky lead. He's a very good wrestler, by the way. His takedown defense is actually quite good, and his wrestling is actually quite good, by the way. I think Dricus du Plessis is going to sort of rush in, bulldoze him. I think this is Dricus du Plessis' way of even saying, I'm better than Alex Pereira. I think he's going to bulldoze into Strickland. I think the first round is what's going to be like the most bizarrest round. Second round onwards, I think DTP is going to take the lead. I think in the third round he's going to tire Sean as much as he can. Though Strickland is known for his cardio and everything, I still feel like in the fourth round it's going to be like a TKO. One thing about Strickland is Even against Elias dos Santos, or even against Kamaru Usman, one thing is when he gets hit with like some really good hard strikes, he sort of, even against Alex Pereira, he sort of how do I say, he sort of reacts to them not in a good way. And I personally feel like Dricus du Plessis has improved in his wrestling, and more than that, his grappling skills, his submission stuff. And against even against like fellow boxing, in terms of boxing also, like I feel like he's improved his skills and qualities in nice way. The pull counters and certain counters, and like sort of the way he was, the angles he was cutting against Israel Adesanya was actually quite nice. I think in this matchup, the angles he's going to create against Sean Strickland is what's going to edge him out in this matchup. But still, this Sean Strickland has got like a good boxing. But still, like I feel like he could finish him in the fourth round. More than that, I don't mind the chances of it going for a decision as well. One thing I honestly feel is like, regardless of who wins, I think they are going to give it to Dricus du Plessis. It's going to be a close matchup, don't get me wrong. But still, I think Dricus is going to finish Sean in the fourth round. I think in the second and the third round is where Dricus is going to put a bad beating. Because one thing for anyone who watches Sean Strickland's matchup is once he gets hit with like really hard strikes, he goes back to his basics, by the way, with a couple of jabs, deep kicks. That's pretty much it. What else has he got? Like some power punches here and there. But I think Dricus is going to mix in a lot of takedowns here and there. Doesn't matter. I think he's going to exhaust. I think Dricus is going to exhaust Sean Strickland, try to exhaust him. And then the second and third round is where I think Dricus is going to put a bad beating. I've said that like 2-3 times already. So you guys must know how much I'm believing in this. And I think in the fourth round, he's going to finish him. Or I don't mind this going for a decision as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, in case if you guys have made it this far, please like my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me a lot. Yeah, I'll post it in the section, like post section as well, all the people that I predict who I feel like are going to win. Yeah, so far like 3 cards are done in the year of 2025. I went 10-4 in the first one. I went 8-5 or 8-5 in Islam Makhachev versus Renato Mani Moicano 1, and I went 6-5 in Israel Adesanya versus Mavav card. Hopefully I do better in this card. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, thanks for watching the video one more time. Please like, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. Thank you so much, brothers. Yeah, see you soon.